In this video we're drawing number 8-3, the knob. I'm going to start by creating my center lines. I'll select the center line layer, and let's make a horizontal center line that is 3 inches long, and then a vertical one that's 3 inches long, and I'll move the vertical one onto the horizontal to establish my center point. This knob has a couple holes in its center. The through hole has a diameter of, well, in the book it says 0.188, but I believe that's 0.1875. It's been rounded off. The countersink has a diameter of 0.44. I believe that really is 0.44. So I'll select D for diameter, 0.44. Okay. The knob itself has a diameter of 2.5. And then it has all these arcs that are cut into it. So I need to find a way to position all of them around the outside of the knob. And we're given that information in the upper left quadrant of the drawing in the book. What I'm going to do first to help get the first circle located is to do a copy rotate of one of my center lines, the horizontal one. I'll select it. I'll rotate it about its midpoint. Select C for copy, and I want to rotate it clockwise, which will be negative 22.5 degrees. Okay, and also the book shows us that the center point here of the first circle that will be used in the polar array is 1.241 inches over to the left of the center line, and from the horizontal center line it is straight up 0.514. Now if we zoom in on this intersection, we'll notice something a little unusual, that these three lines do not intersect each other at one single point. That's because the vertical and horizontal dimensions, the 1.241 and 0.514 that the book gives us, are rounded off. The angular dimension of 22.5 degrees, that is not rounded off. So I want to make sure that my circle lies on this line. So I basically have to choose one of these two points of intersection. Which one is it? Really hard to say. We don't really have enough information based on what's given to us in the drawing. So I'll just select one of them, select that one, and draw a circle that has a diameter of 0.625. I can zoom out now. And so this is one of the circles that I want to use to make a polar array. So I'll select polar array, select that circle. I want the array to be about the center point here, and I want there to be 8 items in my array. I don't need it to be associative. Waiting for the array to update here. It's only giving me 6 items. There we go. 8 items in my array, then I can close it. And wait for AutoCAD to respond. And now I can do some trimming. I want to select the large circle and all of these small ones. They're all going to be used to do some trimming. And once I have them selected, then I can select what I want to be trimmed. I want the outsides of all of the small circles trimmed off. And I want the these points of the large circle, the little arcs inside the small circles, trimmed off as well. Next, I can use the fillet command with a radius of 0.125, M for multiple, and I can round off all these corners that are left behind by my trimming. So that's the outside profile of the knob. I've got the center hole with the countersink. It also looks like there is a groove in the front face of this knob. So I'll continue with my zero line layer. I'll make a circle at the center that has the outside of the groove has a diameter of 1.5625, and an inside diameter of 1.3125. Okay, I think that's it as far as the visible lines on the front face are concerned. Now let's look at some hidden lines. So on the back side, we have a circular edge that has a diameter of 1.875. It's the biggest one. And then another one with a diameter of 1.1875. And then we have two 1/4-inch holes that are on a bolt circle that has a diameter of 3/4. So let me draw that bolt circle on the centerline layer. The diameter is 0.75 of the bolt circle. Then I can switch back to hidden line. These are blind holes, not through holes, so they're going to be drawn with the hidden line layer. And they have a diameter of 1/4. And last thing I'll do here, we are expected now to place dimensions. So I'll dimension everything in my front view to make sure it all has been drawn to the correct size. So we've got a radius here of 0.125. Linear dimension right here of 1.241. Diameter here of 0.625. Vertical dimension there, 0.514. I could rotate, but I think it's a little quicker to mirror that center line to place an angular dimension. Between these two lines. 22.5 degrees there. I can't really get away from doing a copy rotate here. I need to see for copy rotate this another 22.5 degrees so that I can place another angular dimension here. That's 45 degrees. No, I think it might be easier to drag this dimension over to align with that angular one. Let's move that up a little bit. And what else? Okay, I've got a leader, a multi-leader. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll use a diameter. I'll point it to the countersink, and then I can just double click on this text to add some additional text. Don't want to override the dimension, I just need to add some more information to it. So I want to write diameter 0.1, actually I'm going to put 0.188 through countersink, diameter 0.44, times 82 degrees. Okay, and that's it for the front view.